Hello everybody, welcome to our show. We are doing a survival stew today, and I'm going to write in the chat room, welcome to this live casting experience. I'm going to write in the chat room survival stew, and I'll put a little border around it, and we'll get ready to go. This should be a tasty little endeavor. There we go. A lot of things go into this dish. We don't really have a specific ingredient list, but suffice to say that I'm going to give you, say, just a hodgepodge of whatever you have in your refrigerator. Okay? So we're looking at, we got some red peppers, got some onions, got some tomatoes, and we're going to go ahead and put that right in there right now. Survival stew. Okay. This is rolling out in real time. I decided to do this in a microwave. So what we're going to do is start out with the ingredients. We've got a red lipstick pepper. We've got 1.5 onions. We've got 3 celeries. We've got a container of carrots that I'm draining out right now. All right. All of those are going in the rocket ship. We've also got a pre-cooked amount of lentils. It could be green peas or whatever you've got, with 1 onion inside. Already pre-cooked, 5 minutes in the microwave. We've got a Hickory smoked beef stick from Hickory Farms. It's a 1-pound beef stick. You can store these in all kinds of places for I've had this for like 4 years. Diced tomatoes, no salt. Tomato sauce, no salt. It's important to have no salt in there. We're using some older peas I picked up in the cupboard from 2012, still good. I'm going to drain those out and rinse them. I've got corn, 2 cans of corn, and 2 cans of pork and beans from 2000. Their expiration is right here. April of 2001, that was the expiration date on those. So let's get started, everybody. We are on the clock. Because we're using the rocket chef, we're going to save a lot of time. So everything's pre-cut, ready to go. Aiming on the rocket shelf. Cool. We're going to throw these onions in. There we go. Thanks, Sarah, for getting me on the screen because our other show, our backup, was up, ready to go for the regular show. That rocket ship is amazing. It really hauls. I'm going to throw some carrots in there, right out of the bag. You take them right out of the bag, throw them right in there. You don't have to cut them or peel them or anything. It's really simple. That's a little harder. But man, it really gives you a good dice and slice. Nice. Let's use the loud noise. Get another batch of carrots in there. Cool. We're making it happening, huh? I'm glad somebody's watching the chat. All right. Man, I'm really getting a workout here. This is better than a gym. Man, this rocket chef is great for your biceps. Look at that. Man, that's amazing. All right. We're going to take these celeries and cut them in half. Those are going in there. Jam those things in there. All right. Now I know why Sarah hasn't used this in 12 years. I remember when she bought it, it was like, wow, that looks like fun. more celery. Isn't this fun? Not. It's supposed to be fun. Didn't say it was going to be easy. I think it's about gripping at the bottom. If it was like locked in on a grip pad, it might be better. Oh, unbelievable. Oh my God. Oh man, that was a good workout. Look at those, look at the pecs. Man, just think of oh man. All right. Because that was such a pain in the butt, we're gonna go ahead and do the old-fashioned way with a red pepper. You want to avoid putting seeds in your dish. And be sure to cut anything that looks kind of funky off. Because if sometimes these vegetables are bargain basement, you don't want to, take any chances with mold. All right, so let's rinse those off. Purified water from a reverse osmosis filter. Okay, punch that right out of there. And again, compost whenever possible. Okay, this particular item is 1/4 inch chunks, approximately. Doing pretty good on time, not bad. Now if you have a little knife, you can do it this way. Just have to be a little bit more careful. Slicing, very calm. Always keep your fingers away from the blade. Otherwise, your fingers will be going in the stew. Capiche? Capiche. That's Italian for do you understand? I learned that. Amazing. All right, we're good. All right, let's get going. The next thing we want to do is get a clean plate and take that sausage and unpack it. Pull the sausage out and determine whether this is a plastic cover, which it is, which means you have another layer to go through. So you have to pull it off. It's kind of like a sheath, so whatever you do, do not put the plastic in the dish. That's got to come off of that sausage. Kind of like a large, condom. All right, now the sausage has to be cut up. So you have to always think of making sure that's on a separate plate because that could contaminate your other food. Capiche? We're going to make sure these slices are about, again, 1/4 inch thick. Everything in my cooking is like 1/4 inch thick. All right. And we're going to go right there like that. All right. All right, here we go. Now we're going to go ahead and go this way. What I'm shooting for are little cubes of sausage. You can do the same thing with yours. This is really important because this is the basis of this meal. And this is all pre-cooked meat, so you don't have to worry too much. I'm going to cube the whole thing like I'm doing here. And by the time this thing is thoroughly cooked in the microwave, there's absolutely nothing you need to worry about in terms of the meat. It'll be completely in the meal. All right. It breaks up as it goes. And you give it a few stirs during the microwave stage. All right, so we're going against the idea of stovetop because I really, yeah, you can laugh all you want, but you're in a survival situation. You got very little time and very little electricity. Now, this could be a slow cook on a Dutch oven. You could do that. Or you could go ahead and set it up with a microwave. And I'm using a microwave because it's the most efficient way of cooking. Sarah doesn't have to eat it. I'm eating it. All right. We've got some cans to open up, and we've only got about 5 minutes to open them. And here you thought everything was done. So we pre-cooked our lentils, or it could be green peas. You can either soak them for about 3 hours before you actually cook them. They're in filtered water, so all of that goes right in your soup. I'm going to use a container of low sodium broth, organic, that is just the juice that's going in here. I'm going to take this whole setup here, moving it right here to the front. I'm going to take a little olive oil. This is I got this olive oil for $1 a container, so actually it's $1.50. No, 99 cents, that's right. 99 cents. All right, so we're just going to put oil at the bottom of this clean container and around the sides like that. Isn't that nice? I'm going to put the meat down at the base. I'm going to take some garlic and sprinkle it on top. About 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put the peppers at the base because they're the least amount of cooking goes on at the base. In microwave, most of your cooking goes on at the top. So the base is hardly involved. So the peppers go in on top of the meat. And let me pull this down here. Thank you. We've got 6 minutes before the show starts. Isn't this great? I'm sprinkling Italian seasoning over this. This is a standby. You can get Italian seasoning anywhere. This is an old herb container I've got from the 60s that I just refill at a local herb store, but you can get Bell's Italian seasoning, a variety of things that actually work great. Bell's is the best, I think. If you're ever in a store and you find Bell's, it's Finney's Herbs or Fine's Herbs. It's excellent. All right. Now the rest is just opening cans and rinsing. But we're going to take that Rocket Chef, open it up, pull any excess pieces off. All right. All set to go. Look at that. We're right on top. Make sure you get all your onions out. Very nice. You notice how I wash my hands in between everything I do? That's another sign of a really good chef. Yeah. And here you're saying, how can you do this, Dave, so fast? Because I'm a really fast cook. All right. So remember those lentils? Oh, you don't want to put that in there. That's part of the Rocket Chef. Put those lentils right on top, like that. A little stir. Shuffle them in. Okay, now take any extra vegetables, chop them up. Nothing goes to waste, folks. Nothing. Constantly use everything you got. Food is valuable. Little lentils going back in there. Little onion. Okay, here we go. Let's start opening cans. These are the diced tomatoes, low salt. Remember, it's very important to get low salt at this stage. 1 can of diced tomatoes. A little purified water to take every bit of juice out of the can. Put that in there. Pork and beans from 2001. Everything but the can. Okay. Now the corn you can rinse. You know, I'm going to pass on the peas because I don't think I have enough room in the container. And I don't think it would really go well either. But if you have kind of a pea base, you can, like a green pea base, you can do that. Okay, we're going to take these containers and rinse them out. Draining all of the material out of there and putting fresh water in. Giving it a little shake. These are old. These are from 2001. So you want to make sure any metallic material in there from the can is not in the food itself. Give it a couple of rinses. And that gets rid of any salt too. All right, that's one can down. Okay, give it a couple rinses. Okay. Now you can compost all of that if you're really saving water, especially in California. Okay. All right, they go in there without the can, of course. All right. I've got one more can of pork and beans. And you can probably just discard the can or rinse it, whichever. All right. That's a lot of potential stuff to cook up here. So what I'm going to do is put some more garlic on top. Garlic is really the elixir here. And I'm going to add a little bit more, you guessed it, Italian seasoning. But you can also add things like cayenne. Now, if you put cayenne in there, you're going to make that, you want to be very careful. I'm going to give it a little kind of a Tex-Mex flavor with that cayenne, just so it has kind of a bite to it. Very little, not just a few little spritzes of cayenne. I'm a spice master. You can also use all kinds of things like lemon peel if you've got that. I've got lime I could have put in this. I'm going to top it off with this organic low sodium broth. Already pre-cooked. You can just use regular filtered water. Now you can go crazy with the spices, folks, but you can see that's all in there. Now I'm going to take it, shuffle it around a little bit, like that. Just not too deep, just slightly. I'm going to throw that in the microwave. With a large plate over it. All right, let me position it for you. This is going to go on for 20 minutes. On level 7. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit 20 minutes. I'm going to count them up. And we'll take the power level to level 7. And you're good. Let it set for about 5 hours, or 1 hour, or a half an hour. Give it a mix, and reheat it anytime you want to eat it. Isn't that great? Thanks for hanging out in my kitchen, everybody. I'm going to start the show now. Signing off, this is David Sponheim with another survival stew event. And I hope you guys make the most of your food stores for the upcoming year, because you're going to probably need it.